I got to a point where I started to suffer from the same things that my mother had. I started to fall into anxiety and depression, myself turning finally eventually into alcohol abuse. And it's something that gripped me early on. During this time, I had a son, and that relationship didn't go very well. And so once that ended, my life was kind of in turmoil at that moment, and not knowing what to grab onto. Around this time is when I met my wife. I always say the woman that changed my life for the good. Although she had recently left the church, she had a foundation in Christ. And early on in our relationship, when we got together, she tried sharing some of those things with me. But my rules for our relationship at that moment were, don't tell me about your God, and don't ever invite me to church. And during that time, we had a lot of fighting in the house, in our home. There was no peace, I would say. I really wasn't the father or the husband I felt that I was supposed to be. And in the middle of another big argument and fight, I remember being basically drunk and staring through this little window we had by the kitchen, and just watching them, and her, my wife, and my kids, and having this thought in my mind where I was wrestling with God, and I just felt at that moment that this family deserves better than what I'm offering. I could just feel it in my heart and its heaviness. And I think that was a breaking moment where finally God won and said, well, you've done it your way. You've done it your way. She said, I'm going to quit wrestling with you. I'm going to quit fighting with you. And I'm just going to be faithful. And so she started stepping out in faith, going to church, attending this church. And unbeknownst to me, she began praying over my pillow, praying over our home, praying over me while I slept. She began contending for me. And had I known this beforehand, I probably would have been very upset knowing me. But she just stayed faithful, and she would go to church and invite me, and I started to go with her. I wrestled with God a little bit, still continually. I still wasn't sure whether or not this was all real to me. I continued in dabbling in alcohol a little bit more, still continued that lifestyle until a few years ago, around 2012, I said I'd taken my family trip up to Kern River. I felt like if I couldn't give God my everything, then really what was I doing? And I remember having this conversation with God saying, man, if you're real, Lord, take this from me. If I've tried, even when coming to, just take it from me. I need you to take this from me. Show me, please. And I think that was the pivotal moment in my pleading with Christ to say, just remove this from me because I can't do it. I can't shake it. And with that coming down from that mountain was something that changed my life. God kept his promise, and I told him that if he did that, then I was going to change my life and remain faithful to him and step out in faith in every way I could. I always reiterate my wife changed my life, and for the better. I mean, as a believer now, of course, and coming from where we came from, I would tell anybody that would be listening, fight for your spouse, contend for them, do everything that God has called on your heart to do, even when it doesn't sound like it's something that's going to work, because I'm a testament that God will change your marriage. God will restore your marriage. He will heal your marriage. He will heal your relationships, and he will change your world.